everybody. You already know who I am, so I don't really need an intro. But for those who may not know, my name is Cameron Diamond. And of course, I am now known by Diamondator. So, Diamondator94, that's my new name now. But, anyways, today, let's talk WWE. So, this has just always been like kind of a podcast thing with me and a few other guys, but unfortunately, Gramps isn't with us because he's actually going to be sleeping because he has to work in the morning. Matt or Weather is not joining us because he normally doesn't play on the weekends, and John, he could join us momentarily in about who knows how long, because he does have to work till 10:15 tonight. So, and Wolf, if you are watching this, you want to stay tuned for joining in. But anyways, so today, I want to talk about a few things. One of the many crazy things about that we need to talk about is really on well, what's been going on really with the WWE? What's been going on in the world of pro wrestling? Well, I have a few kind of discussions to talk about and my thoughts on it, and I also want to talk about WWE 2K20, which is, I want to get that out of the way first. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So WWE 2K20, the next franchise in the WWE 2K series, is dropping on October 22nd. Now, you pre-order, you get these DLCs and everything else, and it's cool. However, the $1,000,000 question: did I pre-order 2K20 this year? Well, unfortunately, due to some financial deals and plus I had bills to catch up because I am a normal adult, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to download pre-order WWE 2K20. But that's okay. That is alright. You know, I've done it before in a few games. I waited. I actually wait. I can wait till the next paycheck to get it. I normally do. So, hopefully I do get the game on November 1st. Hopefully. We'll see. It depends. It depends on what's going on. And if I do get it, I get it. If I don't get it, hey, it's alright. Don't worry about it. I ain't worried about it too much. So, anyways, I'm not worried about WWE 2K20 right now. I really just bleh. Let's talk about what's going on in the world of WWE. Let's start off with WWE doing some crazy change. So, everyone knows who Eric Bischoff is, right? If you don't, well, let me play a little tune. I'm back! I can't do it. I can't sing worth anything. So, if you heard me singing, I apologize for busting your eardrums if you have your headset on. So, forgive me. But this is rather important. So Eric Bischoff has been let go by WWE, and for reasons that this is kind of bad, but there is something. I think this is kind of a blessing for Bischoff, and I'll explain. So he got released due to he was unreachable at nights, and he would normally, he wouldn't be able to, be around like community creations, community, the creation, the creative meetings or whatever. There's a reason why, because Eric Bischoff has to be in his late 50s, early 60s, or at least in his late 40s, early 50s. Let's just put it that way. Eric Bischoff's been around in the business for years, and there are times in your life where you have to take a back seat and you got to think about yourself instead of working your ass off and then like having a stroke, like Jim Cornette has. Sorry, Jim, I had to mention you on the show. Oh, and by the way, Jim Cornette, I know that your recent podcast is out. I know that. By the way, I'm a big fan of you and a big fan of the great Brian Last. I follow you both on Twitter. I hope I do get a kind of a shout out sometime in the near future. But well, that's near here. But anyways, so we had the release of the poor man known as Eric Bischoff, but he got a replacement. Now, the replacement was not really one I could have thought of, but this was a replacement nevertheless. So, the replacement that they selected for him is none other than a man that a lot of fans probably know who this is. If not, what's the matter with you? But Bruce Pritchard, or we may know him as Brother Love. Yeah, Brother Love has taken over the executive director position that Eric Bischoff was. So we got Paul Heyman for Raw, and then you got Bruce Pritchard. And then I guess also apparently Eric Bischoff was also released because he didn't see like things in the eyes of like Fox when SmackDown got moved to Fox. But that's neither here or there. Now, there is actually something I actually like worth to talk about. Now, Bayley. Now, Bayley is our now... God, how many times has she won the SmackDown Women's title now? Now, she's the current champion now, I understand that. But, she is a... I don't want YouTube to demonetize me. But Bayley's been a fantastic heel. I hope that doesn't get me demonetized. Fantastic heel. I mean, she made a really big step when she destroyed the Bayley buddies, the inflatable arm tube men. Now, the reason why she did that was great reason. She wanted to move forward. I can't blame her. I would move forward as well. Now, you know, I just realized, like, I can still hear the music, so I can't concentrate. But I really don't care. So Bayley already made the first big step when she did the big takeout of the Bayley buddies, or the inflatable arm two men with that poker thing, whatever the thing she was using to like slice them and then deflate. That's just great because that just pushes her to the next level, I guess, in my opinion. Now she came out with a new theme, which is a mixture of her old theme, I guess her old theme, and then like it cuts out to make it, and then her new theme. Now, I like the mix of the old theme, but I also like the new theme. It fits her so perfectly. She's now more aggressive. She could be more dangerous now, and that's great. That is what we need. That is what we need in Bayley. Bayley's been on a Hard Rocks, but she's now a heel, and that's just beautiful. It's beautiful and in its disaster at the same time. So, but it's beautiful still, nevertheless. So we have Bayley turning heel, and now Crown Jewel. Now Crown Jewel is gonna be out on October 31st. That is on Halloween Day, basically. And, oh boy. As you probably don't hear from the one I just did, I'm getting a drink. And it's not alcohol, I'm telling you now. It's Diet Coke. That's baby. Shout out to Mini Ladder for creating that. We also had a meme live stream. I actually commented on it. I don't know if he got the comment or not. But we'll see. Who knows? But anyways, my back hurts. Anyways. So, they created the match. Seth Rollins versus The Fiend. Falls Count Anywhere. Can't not stop for anything. WWE, I'm gonna give you this. I never thought I would do this again. Boy! What is the matter with you? WWE, let me talk to you for a second. I've been a big fan of yours for years. Ever since late 2003, early 2004. I've been a fan for that long. And let me remind you of something. If it's a false count anywhere, it's false. YouTube, forgive me, but it's false fucking count anywhere. That means anything goes. No disqualification. Pinfall and submissions are outside the ring. It could go into the parking lot. It could go into the next corner, where there's a pub or something. Like extreme stuff. But let me just say this out of the bottom of my heart, and I think true WWE fans will understand this. Falls Count Anywhere matches nowadays, they are just like so boring. Now they're just going to be inside the ring. They're just going to be inside the ring. And it's disgusting how WWE's been treating these Falls Count Anywhere matches. It's ridiculous. And I realize I am yelling like a tool bag. And on top of this, in about 23 minutes, I'm actually about to hop off because I gotta get some sleep. So I gotta get up in the morning. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But here's the thing. Some the matches that we've known and loved for years and years have really just been PG-fied. I mean, shall I give you a couple of examples? Like recently, like I mentioned before, the Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, nothing the ref can do to stop. Nothing can be stopped. Like maybe a toolbox on the steps that which could have been fine. It could have been still hardcore, and then it would I don't know. But let me just say this out of the bottom of my pet-peckin' little heart here. My pet-peckin' little heart. My peck-a-peck a heart. Falls Count Anywhere matches are just like, yeah, there are going to be a few weapons, and then the match just goes into the ring. Makes no sense. I mean, I think if we are talking about, I mean, the last I think Falls Count Anywhere matches or Extreme Rules matches that were good was Daniel Bryan versus Kane at Extreme Rules 2014. And don't even fucking judge me. Because fuck you, that's why. Yeah, you know what, YouTube? No, don't monetize me. Demonetize me because I'm cussing like a sailor on a Saturday night in Houston. Look, I'm getting frustrated with WWE with the way they're treating these matches that they've created. They've done these matches so well, but they have to end like it's some bullshit. Like, I'll give you, like I said, clear example of the Falls Count Anywhere matches. Now it has to be in the ring. It has to be in the ring. No, it doesn't. You can just pin your opponent out. You can do your opponent outside the ring. You can do your opponent outside the ring. Into the catering area. To the parking lot. Into the bar, for fuck's sake. And now, and let's give you actually a way better example. Hell in a Cell. Now, Hell in a Cell When you think Hell in a Cell, what are you thinking? No disqualification? Maybe false count anywhere, because that normally happens. No stopping. There gonna be lots of violence, lots of blood. That is how it was. Now the last. Let me give you this. The last two Hell in a Cell matches we had. One with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, and then this one recently with freaking Seth Rollins and The Fiend. They ended it in bullshit finishes. Let's do a ref stoppage on last year with the double freaking DQ, like a double deal with when Brock Lesnar came out and interfered, and then and then what else you got? You got freaking I don't know. Then you got Seth Rollins who is trying to beat the living hell out of the Fiend, and makes and then goes for a toolbox and trying to slams it down on the stairs, and then the ref stops it. Disgusting! Disgusting, I say! Disgusting! These matches are supposed to end pinfall, submission. It don't fucking matter. You cannot stop a Hell in a Cell match due to a ref stoppage or a double DQ, or you can't end a false count anywhere match by a no contest or anything like that. Match is still motherfucking going, motherfucker. And actually, who likes a better example of one such maybe match type that could been on the ground for years, huh? The Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber. Sorry, I gotta get a drink so I can calm my heart and calm myself. The Elimination Chamber. The only thing that you gotta do is pin your opponent inside the ring or submit him. But there were times where the Elimination Chamber was done outside the ring. They can pin their opponent outside the ring, which was the deal. It could have been a great whole deal with them. And on top of that, now the new Hell in a Cell cage looks like I actually am now taking the opinions of somebody of Christian Miracle, my guy from the WWE Sensei. Makes the new Elimination Chamber looks like a toy, because it's instead of like metal on the floors, it's the mats, which we don't need that. We don't need we need the metal. It's disgusting on how the Elimination Chamber was built. The way some of these match types were treated. Seriously, some of these match types are we're just so hurt by WWE's just going. Well, not only WWE's crappy booking, it's also been crapped on because it's all PG. It's supposed to be PG and kid friendly, and if let me just say something here from the bottom of my pecking little heart. If WWE really need to get back into the swing of things, how about not have kids watch wrestling? How about that? Crazy concept, I understand. But you can't not have. Yes, I unfortunately watched WWE turn to 14 era, and I can care less. It's just that today's PG WWE. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Am I going suffering succotash on people? Oh my god, I sound like Sylvester the Cat. But here's what I'm saying. If you really want to do things right with WWE, like, how can we make WWE edgy and different? Well, here, I'm going to give you a list. I'm going to give you a couple lists. Number one, I think get rid of the children. Don't let children watch this. Because children cannot just then change the rating system instead of making it to where it's gonna be PG or whatever. Change it back to TV 14 and just don't have your kids watch this crap. And thirdly, if you want to do it right, why don't you, and this is a crazy concept, why don't you just get a better writer, better booker or something? Make something of a change. WWE's dying and we all know it. In fact, I think the Wednesday Night Wars, they're pretty much dead and gone. I think NXT's been... I mean, NXT, don't get me wrong. Here's what I'm saying. NXT's great. I mean, we got Adam Cole as the champion, for God's sake. And, hey, what cannot go wrong, right? But then you got guys like... You got AEW over here with Chris Jericho. You actually got Chris Jericho, what was it, the first episode or something like that. He created the Inner Circle game, which was with him and Jack Hager, and then who were some of the other people that joined? I know one of them was Sammy Guevara, who was one of the free agents, but that's beside the point. You have AEW really beating WWE by miles. And it's only a matter of time before, I'm actually sorry to say this, but NXT's gonna die. I know it's bad to say that, but it's gonna die. Because let me show you something. Let me explain. No, I'm not gonna show you. I'm gonna explain here how the Monday Night, who wins at the Monday Night Wars, shall we? Alright? We're going to do a normal match, alright? We're going to do Chris Jericho on one end, and then Adam Cole. Yes, because I don't want to have any people interfering. Let's open WWE Arena so we could just show these people. We could show these people on what happens. Here, let me show you here. You know, when I look at Adam Cole's thing right now, it looks like he just went through some shit. Like, hey man, what's up? What do you mean I don't have... What do you mean I can't have children? But no, look. Okay, this is going to be why I'm going to do this. Why I'm doing Chris Jericho versus Adam Cole. Jericho represents the entirety of AEW. He's actually the main... I know Cody is doing this too, but Jericho's really the main man. He's the main reason why AEW's been doing pretty good, because Jericho's been one of the best wrestlers. And Adam Cole, he's been good with the NXT... Oh my god, I totally forgot about this. Okay. I totally forgot about this. This is gonna be 8-bit. Don't know what I was thinking. Alright, now, okay, this is so weird. This is stupid. Alright, AEW, okay, this is what, this is not what AEW and WWE look like, to be honest with you. But this is just 8-bit. I totally forgot I did the 8-bit. I totally forgot I did the 8-bit thing because I was doing this as a joke for one of my friends, but like, okay, Jericho is the one with the black pants and the no shirt, or is Adam Cole's got the red and black knee pads? That's the ref in the white. So, anyways. AEW's really been at a crossroads. It's been taking over the entirety of this whole business. It's been taking over the entire globe. And you know what? Okay, that's gonna bother me with that 8-bit. I'm sorry, but AEW's been doing so wonderfully against WWE NXT in the last 3 weeks. Like when its first episode came in, and then all the way to now. It beat viewership 3 weeks in a row, and this is where it gets sad. I'm starting to get the feeling Jericho and AEW might have won the Wednesday Night Wars already. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Now, I'm not mad at NXT because NXT is trying. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked that AEW, who is this brand new company, are now doing this. Is doing the shows on TNT and some of the crazy stuff like that. It's wild. But anyways, so I might just end it with this actually, before I even hop off. So, and it looks like John might not join me. So, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna get going here in about 8 minutes, so I'm gonna go get some sleep because I got a big day. I got some work tomorrow. Now, hopefully, maybe tomorrow night I could do some videos or something, maybe with the guys, and if not, maybe another alone video. Who knows? All right. Well, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.